Alright, we're back in the pit, day 2. We got a similar mission to the one that I just posted. In fact, it's the same flight plan. The only exciting change is that Coco is flying, so we are now back the way A-10s are meant to be as an element. We'll probably be doing less commentary than last time because I let that go to my head and kind of screwed up my flight, so I'll call out what I can. Also, I don't want to take as long because he's along for the ride. Son of a bitch. Could be a failed already because my radios didn't bind, so, or I just need to restart my TCS BIOS. I was sitting idle for quite a while, so I'm assuming that's the problem. Let's try it again, and do I get radios? No, that's not the right thing at all. That ended. That one. That's better. Alright. Probably edit all that junk out. That allows me to pre-tune 1185. 33.1 on aft. We're gonna go. IFF is not set. I need 6.3. I need 5701. It's close to set. I need code A. Throttle's off. Throttle lights aft. APU's off. Boost pumps are on and responsive. Accelerometers reset. Fire handles in. AC gen both power. Jettison, CMS jettison off. Bleed air, main air supply. Position lights to flash. Battery power. UHF to both. Preset ones for check-in. Inverter standby. Fire check. Lights, signals. Check. Our clock tracks for day. Our fuel quantity checks. When oxygen on and indicator responsive, we're going APU start. Left fuel pressure is off. Yep. APU spinning up. We're waiting for that. While that's going, we're going SAI level. We are tuning tack in. 2-1. Nope, 1-2 X-ray. X-ray. We can set our altimeter 2974. Altimeter set check. APU stable. APU gen on. CDU Iggy on. Zoom out. Probably make this a little less nauseating. And we're going to do loadout. Loadout. Alright. We're going TGP. Remove. We are going 6 by Mark 82 air through the middle. Mark 82 air. Mark 82 air. Skip center. Air. 82 air. Bombs 82 Here. Move the AIS. Get our skin on. Firing pod 6060. Look good.
Request rearming.
Alright.
Copy.
Left. Sorry. Radios are snapping. Gonna crank number 2. Looking for RPMs climbing. We're coming over the hump. We're looking for ignition. Not getting ignition. Sometimes that's a joystick binding. There it goes. Alright, good ignition on 2. CMSP.
Rearming complete.
On. We go mode on. We don't have a jammer. RWR. Yes. And then we need to crank our volumes way down. Okay, ILS transmit receive. Make sure that's gonna warm up. Flaps check because we should have left engine hydraulic. There we go, our flaps. Yep. A variety of sinking issues today, so that'll be fun. Master caution because of the double gen, no factor. SAS check, we're gonna skip. Alright, good electronics. Let's go MFCD, kick you, leave JTARs off, IFC on. We don't have a targeting pod. We're gonna start our IFC best. And we are... I gotta get my CDU up now, so that's a matter of booting this Windows tablet. Meanwhile, not too much else I can do. I can go HICU on. Alright, that's all post-light. So I need my tablet here. There she is. It's like the shittiest Windows tablet ever made. So
pull up, pull up.
To boot. Once it's running, it does what I need it for.
Altitude, altitude.
This part, bit of a realism breaker. Alright, we can load all. We've got a good number 2, so we're going to motor 1. Launch the CDU. We've got RPMs climbing. We're coming over the hump. We're going norm. We're looking for ignition. And again, no ignition. Yeah, see how I went over the hump? There. Now we're going to be good. Yeah, throttles just weren't synced, and now we got ignition. Good. Alright, Alright, we should be able to check with our 2. We didn't make a time hack for radio checks, but let's just see how he's doing. Bison 1, radio check aft.
2.
Bison 1, radio check front.
2.
Bison 1, radio check mid.
2.
Radio check complete, 5x5. Push mid tree. Bison 1, radio check mid.
2.
Alright, so we gotta go TAD, we gotta go net ID. We are 7611, which I already was, and we are BN11 in the call sign. BN11, call sign. And now we can go jitters on, we can go back to the TAD, we can do our Dismas profile, view profile. We are dropping alpha space 15 HD tree. Rename it. I'm gonna view it. It's gonna be ripple single 75 feet quantity 3. Clear quantity 3. CCIP. We're gonna go change settings. We have a min out of 130. Oh, that's awesome. My whole UFC isn't working. May diagnose that, but for now... Oh, that's right. I can't do that. 200 min alt. All right, so now we're going to play with that fusing again, anybody who followed the last. But I could be as low as 3, so I think I'm going to go 1 second of low drag. Low drag. Actually, hold on a second. Let's see if I can fix that before I get much further. Is my X keys even running? Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah, it's running, so there we go. All right. What was I doing? Right, so, and then if my DTOF is 6-7, if I do it right, I want 5 seconds of high drag. There's no way I'm going to do that much. Well, that's why. Ha! I also didn't finish my IFC test, so we are nothing to change there. We're still targeting pod. Okay, so we're going IFC on. Now I can do 3 seconds high drag. Okay, that was probably working all along, and that's just silliness. All right, Dismas complete. CDU is aligned. We're going to go nav, EGI, EAC on, Rad Alt on. We're going to other. We need a flight plan. Manual mode, we've got nothing custom to enter, but we got a lot of steer points, so we're going flex, min, flex, mint, dream, Bristol Springs, green Gulf, going Belted Peak. Oh, my bombing's more accurate than my typing. Holy smokes. Tango 7432. Going Colorado, not east, going west. And checking out at Nixon.
2 from 1. I'm trying to set the min out, but I'm getting a CICU error for min altitude of 130.
Yes, I remember discovering that and didn't announce it here. I don't know if there's an absolute min it doesn't like or if there's a rounding error, but I bumped mine up to 200. It'll just be for a symbology queue, so no factor.
2.
Gas peak, apex, fin, and then KLSV, 2-1 right. Sweet. Position, ground speed, we're going to go contrast up, brightness down. We're going to go set it as soy. We're going into flight path plan, turn the brightness down a little more. That looks like a big circle, so nothing completely borked. We are gonna go back to our checklist here. So we've got IFC on, jitters on, KICU, MCDs are on, loaded, TGP, PICU HIMIX tack in, SAI is uncaged, IFC is clear, SAS needs engaging, I need anti-skid, master mode nav. I've got stable engines, good generators, no warning, so APU gen off, APU off. Do a quick RPM check. Brakes holding, both engines responsive. EC, anti-skid lining, tack in. I do have a good tack in. I'm just going to leave it on. These are my additional checks. Loadout check, HUD bullseye check, recording check. If C ammo type is checked, TAD not editing call sign coordinates, TGP is NA, CMS is set, Dismas, profile, inventory, MAV activation, alt alert, big one. I want 100-foot AGL for IFF is on. Might as well start that now. Himix profile, CDU, that's all after shutdown. I'm tuned there. I'm Bison 1, doing a last visual scan of the pit. Make sure there's nothing I completely forgot doing. Stand by. Lights are good. Close the canopy. There's a visual cue, I know where I'm going. 1's green jet.
2's green jet.
Nels Tower, Bison 1, 2 A-10s, Gulf revetments, taxiing with information Tango to southeast EOR via Gulf Alpha. In sequence. Recenter my track IR. Alright, we got a good brake check there. Did not check our flight controls, so that was risky. Obviously, rudder pedals are working. Not to get distracted, we'll quickly do a sweep there. Good enough for me. Alright, let's get our zoom a little more manageable. And altimeter works. I'm just gonna flip over. I don't need that. Never mind. We'll flip to the dream departure. Or will I? Yes, there it is. I am not multitasking well here. Flex turnout for dream, that's what I want. Under 10, taking the turn. Getting hot in here, so we're going AC on. Ah, much better. Almost too much. Wingman's coming. Under 10 for the turn. And we're parking. Alright, so while I'm waiting for him, I can cheat and get ahead of my schedule. Flaps, takeoff, IFF's on, takeoff trim is set, canopy locked, ejection seat armed. Exterior lights steady, anti-call on, altimeter check, pitot heat on. Nels Tower, Bison 1, parked southeast EOR. Come on, figure for takeoff, altimeter 2974, dream departure with a flex turnout. Look over, we got good lights, canopy's closed, loadout, what I can see looks right, we got a winner. What's configured? Nels Tower, Bison 1, crossing 3 right at Alpha for 3 left and a Dream low departure with flex turnout. And taxi in sequence, line up 1 left, 2 right, 22nd.
2.
Nice to fly with experienced guys because you can skip some of the extra calls. Some people skip a lot more than I do, but he'll know to call clear of 3 right, for example. Nels Tower, Bison 1, taking active 3 left at Alpha.
Nels Tower, Bison 1, 2, clear of runway 2 on right. Correction, runway 3 right.
Might have declared active to the wrong runway. One in, set. Alright, gauge is green.
2 in.
Bison 1, run him up. One's green.
2's green.
Rolling at 5-0. Make sure he's not moving. I can take center line. I'm watching speed. I've got... Come on. Movement unedited. That's good. For 70. Nose wheel. Holding center line. Rotation is 127, I believe. Rotates. Hold it. Positive. Go gear up. And flaps up. Alright. Trimming this out. Gotta stay below 3,000 until flex. Then we're snapping 320 and climbing.
Two's up.
Nels Tower, Bison 1, airborne as fragged. Alright, staying below 3,000, watching my speed climb. There's 200 knots, so I'm pulling 750 for the rejoin. We can do this fairly sporty. Once I'm clear of the racetrack and anything else built up, I'm coming left, looking for flex, keeping under 3,000. Under 3, under 3. I'm spotting flex visually. Getting ready for 320 after that. There's flex, there's the last building, rolling out for flex. And we're 3 DME, so we're getting ready for our tower call. I did not tune the radial, so that's not very good, but I can reverse engineer that shortly. Alright. Nels Tower, Bison 1, Flex 2.7, and pushing Nellis control. Alright, one's coming right to 320, starting the climb, pitching for 200 knots. Push mid 4. Alright, so I'm gonna need to do some heads down here. So there's 320. Pitching's good. We're gonna snap this. I quickly need to go 116 heads chuck, 116 X-ray, and I am looking for the 350 radial. Failing that, I want to be on the 350 to mint, which is currently 347. So if I don't lock that tack in on time, I can do it that way. Whoa, why am I so slow? 750 and nose up. Be advised, one's gotten way slow. I'm 160 indicated, and I'm dropping the nose and throttling up.
2.
That's why heads down is just never a good idea. 348. Doesn't look like I'm going to get that tack in. Oh, that's because I went 117. It's 116. It's 340. I'm coming right for mint. Alright, I'm getting back to reasonable, so I'm going to go back to contracted 750 ITT. I'm going to slow this turn a bit because I'm not quite on the radial now that I've got my tack in up. And mint's out that way, so probably started that turn too early. Still maintaining 200 knots. We're spotting for
2 sub.
Oh, on visual. Let's go ITT 750. I'm just kind of floating this turn still because I started too early, so just maintain this slight bank.
2.
Standby wings level, ready now. All right. So we're pitching for 200 knots. We're checking our DME. We know we're going to be checking out a Nellis control before mint. We're watching our wingman. We're watching our speed, altitude. We're on the right radio preset. We don't have any tactical things to think about. I'm always running the checklist, seeing if there's anything I can get ahead of. Nailing that, head on a swivel. I'm 1, so I'm checking our right. Ooh. Checking our forward, checking our right. We're through 10. We're 27 from LAS. I think that's LAS, yep. McCarran. 200 knots. We're looking for 14 to finish our climb. This will be a little slower than when I soloed it, I guess, because I don't want to be buster the whole flight since I got a wingman trying to keep up. Inside of 10 miles from mint, we'll check out with 5 to go. Alt heading hold, we got a search radar. Coming through 12, 8 miles. A little slow, so we'll just let the nose fall. Nels control, Bison 1, 5 miles south mint through 12 and pushing blackjack. Mid 4. Correction, mid 10. Bison 1, check mid.
2.
Blackjack, Bison 1, 2 A10s, 3 miles south Mint through 13 on our way to 14 and proceeding to Crystal Springs, then Latin to range 7-4. Alright. Coming right for Dream and standby level for 14. Rolling wings level now. Alright, so now our speed can climb. We're just holding 750 ITT. Alright. So TACAN's useless to me now, so I'm going to go into steer point mode and I'm going to squelch my TACAN. The next thing is going to be a technical fence in. And we're just cruising. So we got some gentle left turns. Coco can handle that, and we want him in wedge left for the tactical. Let me think about that though. I think I'll put him in trail for the Latin, and then we'll go 90 left. I think he can use a little geography to get into wedge from there. Yeah, so after Dream, I'll send him 1 mile trail, and we'll descend Latin. Yeah. Two from one, just planning ahead a little here. After Dream, I'll send you to 1 mile trail, and we'll do the Latin from a 1 mile trail, and then our turn from the IP to target is nearly 90 degrees left with a lot of terrain to negotiate. So from trail, if we do that 90 left, you can use a bit of geometry to get into wedge left for the attack run. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Really shouldn't negotiate when I'm a lead. I should just say what I want, but I don't know, maybe it's a Canadian thing. Try to please everybody. Alright, thinking ahead for my own attack, I'm going to be running in Latin at 300 knots ground speed. I'm going to offset right to 227. I'm going to pull up 20 degrees, looking for 6.9 MSL for the pull down. And I'm rolling out to target for a 15 degree dive delivery. Then I'm coming off left, arcing the target, picking up a supporting roll. We're going to come off south as per 2-ship low attack wedge bombs. Should be infinitely more engaging as an element than it was single ship. And it was quite the rush single ship, so Let's go. There's Crystal Springs, so we're gonna come over Dream in 40 seconds. We're gonna reference Crystal Springs. We'll fence in shortly after that, and then descend Latin. Start the descent before we get to Crystal Springs. Blackjack, Bison 1, Dream 14,000, proceeding Crystal Springs. Coming left. Coming left, making sure he's awake. Yes, he is, of course. A little over 30, that's tolerable. Looking good, he's tipped down. Coming level now. Give him a chance to get set back up, and then what we'll do... Alright, we'll start descending for Latin when we're about 10 miles from Crystal Springs, so we'll get to about 15, we'll fence in, then we'll start the descent just in that plateau, so we should get to Latin in the plateau, kind of northwest Crystal Springs.
2.
Alright, so 20 miles. So 5 miles, we're going to do fence in. Alright, easy peasy. Send him trail, then I'll descend. We are going to be clear of the box. System's still green. Keeping him near me so we can do a flare check on each other. Excuse me, after we fence in. There's 16 miles. 15. Bison 1, fence in, lights on. Alright, tack in, fuels, 9.8, exterior lights are no change, CMSP, we're going manual. Master arm, I'm gonna delay, gun pack, TGP's no factor, laser arm, dismiss, AGM, contact JTAC. We're going mode 3, mode C, squelch, our tack in and ILS are off, that's our emitters. Is that not on the checklist? That's for later. 1, fence stand 9.7.
2 fence in 9 points.
Tack and nav, it's the first thing, but I feel like IFF needs to be there. Okay, so he's fenced in. Yeah, 1 check flare. Negative flare, stand by. What happened? Oh, our disp didn't come on. 1 check flare.
2 good. 2 check flare.
Good flare. 2 go 1 mile trail.
2.
And 1 starting the descent. Gonna maintain 750 on the throttles until tactical phase.
2.
Alright, this is starting to think tactical, so I like putting my TAD in north up. Not sure if that made the other video, but it takes a little more to get used to, but once you do, your overall SA, your ability to make calls to other players, agencies, is much improved. Alright, so we're approaching Crystal Springs. Blackjack, Bison 1, we're 4 miles south Crystal Springs, leaving 14 for Latin and proceeding range 7. There we are, 18 seconds. It's good. Alright, coming left. And one's coming left, reference green golf. Just gonna flow a little south and follow this flat riverbed. See where that takes us.
2.
Alright, now I wanna, that's good, I got a slight positive trim. Can't go too far south because of the box, so let's just get ready to follow this curve. We're fast, but we're just finishing the descent, so that shouldn't be a surprise. So we're gonna have a nice pure ridge crossing, so we'll just do, I don't know, you might call that a little bit of a saddle or a hip, but I'm gonna mostly just do this as a pure over the top ridge crossing. It looks nice and flat on the other side. There's green golf, so I'm just going direct. Sun in our eyes is a slight factor, but manageable. We are 2.6 miles from green golf. Two's looking reasonably in trail. I doubt I'll be able to see him. Oh, I can still spot him there. That's pretty good. Holding the 750, so he knows what I'm doing throttle wise. And then I'm gonna come over the top. A little more pull than normal because there's
Pull
actually
up,
a nice
pull up.
valley there. And then we'll reverse it. It's reasonably consistent. Little
Pull up,
G.
pull up.
Nice. Alright, so we don't have to
Pull
be
up,
too
pull
low
up.
out here because we still got a whole nother mountain range between us and the expected threats. I should have briefed this, but there are randomly placed manpads in the AO, so we'll defend as threatened with brake calls, so immediate flare. However, if we are hit, just continue the attack, even if hit.
2.
Alright, so we've got quite a crossing here. Coming right to our 1 o'clock for low terrain. Nice representation of that on the TAD. Looks like I'll be able to get through this without going too high, although I'm 400 feet voluntarily. So ground speed's looking reasonable once we're closer to Buster for actual tactical. That should actually work out really well. Yeah, we're 314 ground speed right now. 20-ish above indicated. Definitely north of the box, so no concerns there. There's a nice little saddle. Let's try to use that. Coming left for a little saddle.
Altitude, altitude.
Alright, we're 10 miles from Green Golf, so at that point I'm going to need to do a fighter-fighter and tactical call the Blackjack.
Altitude, altitude.
RWR's clean. There's the basin on the other side, so that's good.
Altitude, altitude.
Right to get low. There's a search radar, so definitely don't want to be
Pull up, pull up.
higher than I need to be. And there's green golf over there, so just follow
Pull up,
this footing
pull up.
nicely around. Blackjack, Bison 1, 6 miles east of our CP, proceeding as fragged and remaining on this frequency. Just had a pretty big stutter in game. I don't know if that was a factor of recording. Still got my 2 on the TAD, looking good. Alright, so visually from ahead, our IP is basically at our 1 o'clock, the northern tip of that mountain range. The SA6 is beyond that, so we're going to come right from our CP and stay low and hook around the north edge of that mountain, and then turn left to target. Fighter, shooters, wedge left, 2-ship, wedge bomb attack, in from the north, off north and then east to the east side of this ridge. One's ready.
2's ready.
We're going master arm on, we're going CCIP, we are going 15, low alt. Alright, so we're gonna ignore the IP for the most part because we know the geography now. There's our target. Sort west.
2.
Alright, since I feel overly confident about my ability to break lock based on my earlier flight, I am going to try to press a little further west to make my final, or at least my initial attack heading closer to 180. One, dirt,
Pull up, pull up.
correction. Mud, SA6, 12 o'clock.
Altitude, altitude.
2's ready.
Pull up, pull up.
Alright, so I want to keep this low, flirting with my 100. 198.
Pull up, pull up.
Flying right at the damn thing.
Pull up, pull up.
Love that. And one's coming left, reference target. Alright, there's a broken lock, so that's good. So I'm
Pull
gonna
up,
stay low, roll out. Perfect. So he was close to me, but he's going to use that to turn into offset.
Pull up, pull up.
4 miles. Bison 1, action. SAM launch, chaff.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
One's broken lock, half mile to pop up.
Pull up, pull up.
2.
One's up. Alright, looking for 2.7. Looking for 20 degrees up. Spotting the target. Looking for 6.9. 6. Alright, starting a little earlier. Rolling in. One's in. Rolling out. Now here's where I'm going to look for 15. And I'm going to click and hold. One stores off. And now I'm arcing left. flare chaff, getting down low, and now I'm a supporting role. I need cockpit for SA. My track iron's hurting. That's not good. Going buster. Oh, I'm useless. My track iron keeps breaking. Okay, I gotta use... That'll be the SA6 probably at me. That's SA6 at me. Continue. Alright, I gotta beam that and cut into it. Ay, ay, ay.
Two's off.
One's defending SA6 and flowing north.
Pull up! Pull up!
Oh. One's visual 2, your 9 o'clock level, just keep flowing north, we'll reorganize past the ridge, coming right for the ridge.
Two's visual.
Alright, so I gotta watch, Alright, moving that out, I'm recentering quickly, trying to get back to flying. Damn it. Chaff, chaff. Chaff breaking left.
Tracking east.
Pull up! Pull up!
Turning in. Chaff.
Pull up! Pull up!
One's bingo chaff. Continuing north and then east if able. Alright, I'm behind terrain now, so I'm ducking down. That last probably tracking you now.
Pull up! Pull up!
Two's behind the terrain as well, and I am on you.
Alright, visual. Let's shake that off. Let's maintain this heading. Stand by. Alright, got him hooked safely. Alright, how was the attack portion of that? That SA6, I don't know, we made him mad. Maybe it's something about being 2 ships, but that was hairy for sure. I think we did well till the egress. I guess we really should come off the target east, even though that'll compromise our formation, but let's come off east and get to cover ASAP.
Copy, that sounds good.
Alright, so for re-attack, let's hook right and set up that same trail on the ingress. Look like you got where you needed to be, so if that worked for you, let's say fighters are identical.
Two's ready.
One's ready, hooking right. Alright, I was Buster there. I'm pulling throttles back just a notch. I gotta look ahead to this turn. I'll just float it past this hill. And then I better set my IP just in case I get bozo. I did get 3 away, so that's good. There's my IP. Coming around. Melted Peak, looking for the north side there. Rolled it. So I come off the target with a left turn.
Pull up! Pull up!
I don't even believe that launch. That's the missile script. I don't know if you just got an RWR launch warning, but I think the missile script makes these phantom missiles after a while.
Yep. Track.
Alright, just, yeah, that's a good correction. I'm going to be cutting left as soon as I get past this hill, so just get to trail looking good. Alright, so I'm 189 to the IP. Time to start looking at the target, which is 205 still. I mean, press into the closer to the SA6 seems like a bad idea, so I again, once dirt SA6, 1 o'clock.
2 same.
See, now we can't even trust the launch warnings, I don't think. I feel protected by terrain to him. And I'm chaffless, so this is not good. I wonder if I just should press south. No, we'll stay to the training.
Altitude, altitude.
196. And one's coming left to target.
Pull up! Pull up! Pull up! Pull up!
I'm gonna get lower. I've got no chaff, I got no options here. So there's 100 feet.
Pull up! Pull up!
Still haven't broken that lock. Well,
Altitude,
broken the lock,
altitude.
but still tracking me.
Pull up! Pull up!
Bison 1 action.
Pull up! Pull up! Pull up! Pull up!
Miles.
Pull up!
2 1.
Pull up!
One's up. Coming right. 227. Pulling up 20 degrees. Spotting. Spotting. Looking for 6-9. 6-9. Still got visual. One's in. Alright, looking for 15 degrees in the dive. Rolling out. Spot in the center. Going. Stores. One stores off. Keep it above level for a turn level turn, but then pull down. Alright, can I actually see him to be useful this time without busting track IR? Make sure I don't fly into terrain. I can at least see the sight. So that's better. Alright. A little lower. Yep, visual.
2 zone.
I'm going to start arcing, but I want to be able to come right. I don't want to get far from these mountains. I can see him. There he
Pull
goes
up,
down.
pull up.
2's off.
One visual, flow east for terrain. East, snap east, 090.
My shadow, thank goodness. He's still over there snapping, so I can use this terrain a little better.
Pull
Oh,
up!
that was
Pull up!
close. Not good. Alright. I think I'm just gonna do a pure crossing here. That's good. Just stay low. He's still tracking me. Alright, so I gotta be careful of this crossing, so I'm looking for...
Container 12 o'clock.
Copy, snap right, 180.
Checking right.
Alright. So that, let's just come down. Ah,
Pull up,
too much.
pull up,
Alright, we need to flow 18. Whoa.
pull up, pull up.
180. Alright, calling the SA6 no factor. Let's climb. We need 10,000 before the next range, so unrestricted climb, and one's at your 6 and blind at the moment.
At your about 11 o'clock co-altitude.
Yeah, one visual. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Colorado West. Alright, one's coming level for 10,000 and reference Colorado West. Blackjack, Bison 1, range work complete, proceeding from range 7-4 direct to Colorado West at and maintaining 10,000. Go back to nav mode.
Confirm clear to rejoin.
Clear to rejoin. Left route.
2.
One is 262 indicated, pulling back. Sporty, but good control. There he is.
2-7.
Throttle 750. You're cleared fighting wing if you want to relax, or you're welcome to practice route if you want. Your call.
Sweet. I'll go fight it.
I'm really looking forward to the TAC view. I mean, that felt as briefed. On my first pass, I was getting bad track error glitching, so I really wasn't able to offer much support from the target for you on your first pass, but it was better on the second pass. Not great, but better. So that part was good, but again, we'll see it in TAC view, but it, my supporting turn turned me right into the SA6, so I was kind of trying to balance those two factors. It was tough.
Most definitely. Yeah, that geometry ended up just, once it ended up happening in execution, you're like, oh, this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's one of those diagrams that looks so complicated at first, but if you break down what you're actually doing, or maybe more the why you're doing it, then it's pretty easy to fly and fun too.
Absolutely.
Whew. I certainly won't claim I was observing all of the launch messages or the the missile script messages. I only saw one impact though, and it was kind of as we were egressing. I think it may have multi-launched because I think you called tracking on me, and but the launch said you, so it could have switched targets, or maybe there were more than one in the air.
Yeah, I thought it was tracking on you, but I think it was tracking on me, and I recognized that pretty late. And then once I did recognize it, I maneuvered, and I think I missed that one, but then like 3 hit me, so.
Yeah, we'll have to check that too. Yeah, I'm fairly happy. I think I'm going to have a good defense or two, but I burned through my chaff quickly. We probably should have brought more. I just got a little cocky from the first flight. Nothing happened, and I thought, what are we going to need? We won't even need chaff. But, yeah, could have used a full load on that one. Stand by left turn. Blackjack, Bison 1, Colorado West, proceeding Nixon. Maintain 10. Common left. Guess he's fighting wing. I really don't need to call that. But. Oh, nice. It is sunsetting. Wow, this mission must have been up for a while. We did the flight night on it on Thursday. A couple more people must have flown. This mission must have been up for a while to be getting the sunset. This is definitely the daytime mission that starts at like 4:30 a.m.
Wow.
I loaded it for Thursday flight night, so I guess people have been keeping it busy. Well, if we're fully blacked out by the time we get back home, we will flex this just to the strike recovery straight into and left.
2.
Alright, so confirm. And just confirm too that you got all 6 away.
Affirmative.
Alright, Bison 1, fence out. Alright, so tack in, we're gonna go back on, get ahead of this a little bit, go to 1, 2, go on mode 3, mode C on, master tagging, master arm off, gun off, TGP laser on, CMSP standby, exterior lights same, flight check damage fuel, 1 fenced out 7.5.
2 fence out 7.4.
Alright, we got lots of fuel. Not sure about this light though. Let's see what happens. Cutting across that range above 10 is okay. We'll check out at Nixon. 5 minutes. Alright, and thinking ahead, if we are going to do the straight in, it'll still be visual. I don't need ILS. We can just flex it, fin, drop our altitudes by 500 and 1,000. We're landing lights on, altimeter set. Won't need NVGs. Yeah, not much changes. All right. However, I do want my course set to 2-1. 1. And I need to switch back to TACAN, and that button's broken for me, so I gotta kind of cheat. Use the mouse. Zoom back out. So pretty.
Alright, fenced out. Let's switch back to my approach checklist. Takeoff, landing, takeoff, airborne, descent before landing. Altimeter check, Iggyhars. Shield, speed brake, anti-skid, invis. Landing lights, fuel gun checked, HUD, NVG, snow. I got a bad feeling about light. This light's going to be real tight. We're if we flew direct fin, we're 748. So I'm going to say there's a chance, but I'm not terribly optimistic. We might have to make a late decision on that.
Copy all.
Alright, don't need that anymore. It's interesting effects there. Coming in and out. Alright, so let's think about this. So we are minute 25 from Nixon, so we're going to have to check out from Blackjack soon. Do that 5 miles from Nixon. Should be Creech, so it is, yeah. 6-2 ranges, but nobody else is flying, so that was okay. 5 miles. Blackjack, Bison 1, 5 miles west-northwest, Nixon 10,000, pushing Nellis control, mid-4. Nellis control, Bison 1, 2A10s, back with you, 3 miles west-northwest Nixon, 10,000. Inbound via strike recovery. Intention is right overhead 2-1 right. If we lose the light, we will shift late to straight in 2-1 left. Bison 1, check mid.
2.
And coming right for strike, descending 9-5.
Warning, autopilot.
Alright, we'll keep you fighting wing for this next turn, strike to gas peak, and then go route. Oh, pulling level for 9-5. Little overshoot, and this is almost 90, so we're going to do this just past 30 seconds. And coming left. What the hell was that? Nels control, Bison 1, strike, 9-5, stand by. I'm getting some weird control inputs, driving my nose way down. Okay, I think I know what it is at least. I'm rolling out for Jordan. No? Thought when I was hitting the steer it was bumping me down. Okay, well now that's back to being scary, but okay. Weird. Alright,
So I'm referencing Jordan. I gotta stay above 9.5, which I am. Getting kind of mixed messages. Visually, the sun is like half occluded by the terrain, but I'm getting lots of terrain illumination, so I can still consider this like a daytime condition for now.
Yeah, that's right.
Drifting a little close to trail. It's probably predicting we're going to switch tonight, but...
Alright, I was fixing my track IR there. I'm rejoining the
What? Should be checking left shortly from Jordan to Gas Peak, then 080. Drop the HUD intensity, which... Oh, jeez. Weird glitches again. I'm keeping my pit on because that's giving me some bad SA.
Did your cockpit colors, like, go super dark?
No, but I've been kind of turning my cockpit on and off, so I might not have noticed. Nose control,
okay, cool.
Bison 1, Jordan 9-1, and proceeding gas peak. Well, as soon as I turned left there, then I got the bright red from the sun behind us. So yeah, they're dancing a bit.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. 283. We need 8.5 by gas peak. Nose control, Bison 1, gas peak 8.7. All right, coming right for 080. Alright, 2.5. Apex 080, and I'm looking for 3 miles from Apex. I mean, I can still see all the terrain. I'm going to call that we can proceed and do this overhead safely.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, so I'm pulling back throttles, trying to keep it under 300 and let you complete the rejoin. It's not the end of the world if we have a little lag, though. Alright, so in that case, I'm going to go 4,500 at Apex as my target, and 4,000 at Finn, 6 miles. Very nice, Coco. Four and a half. 3736. Standby coming right now. 30 degrees and trust it this time, because last time I overshot it. And 51, happy with the altitude. Spot the runway. Yeah, if the runway lights aren't on, then it's still a daytime landing. How's that for a rule?
Yep, love that.
Nose control, Bison 1, Apex 4-5. Oh well, now they're on, but continue. so we just want to maintain 4,000 by fin. We're happy with the runway heading. Nose control, Bison 1, fin 4,000, pushing tower. Mid 3. Nellis Tower, Bison 1, 2A10s, fin 4,000, inbound for the last right overhead of the day, 2-1 right. Bison 1, check mid.
2.
And coming down, 3-3, and you're cleared close.
2.
Oh, hell yeah. He's got it. Alright, coming level 3-3. Near numbers break. A little low, but I don't want to steer anything dramatic. Nellis Tower, Bison 1 in the break. Over G, pull it back to 2.7, standing up the throttles, rating around, little under G, a little over to pull it back, visual the heading, got it on the HSI, we're 33, we're rolling out, we're standing out, we're popping speed brakes for 200, still visual the runway. We're dropping the gear, we're dropping the flaps, we're looking for 3 green, a little high. Nellis Tower, Bison 1-1, gear, base, full stop, 2-1 right. Alright, looking for 150 in the perch, 10 degrees down, looking beautiful, spot and touchdown. 10 degrees, little more speed brakes, coming off the gas just a little, overturned, let's float it out, keep dropping till it...
Nellis Tower, Bison 1, 2, base gear, stop, 2 on right.
I always do that, I float it and then I have to overcorrect at the end. Weak, 140, happy with my descent, coming down to on speed, looking for runway center line. We're within parameters. We're getting to on speed, so we're adding a little more gas.
Altitude,
We're spawning
altitude.
Touchdown. We're definitely gear. We definitely called final. We're on speed. We're spotting the touchdown. We're flaring. We're pulling back. And we're full speed brakes. One's down, moving cold left. Yeah, I'm gonna call this still daylight conditions. He's gonna throw me under the bus. I can see all the mountains. Excuse me. Alright, nose wheel under 70.
Two down.
Couldn't have planned that timing much better for the touchdown in daylight-ish conditions. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. Bison 1-2 clear of runway 21 right.
Nelson Tower, Bison 1, crossing 3 right Alpha for Southeast DOR. No one on, no one approaching. Probably should check that earlier, but should have been on tower if they were. Let Coco call the clear, so I am just gonna park. A little harder to judge the turns and centering the line on the turns when I don't have the cockpit showing. Not sure I heard a clear call there, so I'm gonna do that. Nels Tower, Bison 1, clear 3 right and parked Southeast DOR. And configure for taxi. Pitot, TACAN off, rattled off, ejection seat safe, CMS subsystems safe, anti-skid off, TACAN, squelch, IFF, and Pitot heat, position lights, flash, flaps full up. One's configured.
Two's configured.
Nels Tower, Bison 1, taxi, Alpha Golf to Golf Remnants for shutdown. In sequence. Check my insulin here. Dropping fast. Nels Tower, Bison 1, parked Golf Remnants, shutting down. And cleared to shut down. I will see you on Discord.
So,
Left, EAC, radio's off. Left gen, that right gen. Boarding ladder. Standby.
Engines are dead. Lights off. Motors off. Battery.